The following segment is sponsored by Metlife. While the majority of today's workforce prefers remote work over going to the office, a new Metlife survey finds that work-from-home employees may be more worried about their finances and confused about benefits than their on-site and even hybrid colleagues. Joining us to discuss in more detail is Vice President of Workforce Engagement at Metlife, Jen Kishil. Jen, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me today.
All right, so let's get right to it. Jen, would you consider this year's open enrollment to be more important for employees?
Yeah, so I think it's always important, but given the economic uncertainty, as well as everything that folks have been through in the last 2.5 years, it's really important that all employees take some time to think about their benefits enrollment this year.
All right, so let's talk about some details. Can you talk about specific benefits and how they can support financial help?
Yeah, so I'll give you 2 examples. The first, I think, is near and dear to a lot of people's heart: pet insurance. During the pandemic, there was a large volume of pets adopted, such a feel-good moment. What is not a feel-good moment is that vet bill. If your pet were to ingest something they shouldn't, that could be about $2,000. With pet insurance, that drops down to $250, a big difference. The second is legal insurance. We know how important it is to have a will or estate plan, a trust, but also legal insurance could cover something like the closing costs on a new home. A lot of remote workers are moving, they're changing their locations. That closing cost could be $6,700 on average. That's a lot. Legal insurance would be no out-of-pocket additional besides the premium you're paying. A huge savings.
All right, so Jen, we know it's important for employees to participate in open enrollment. We hear it all the time, but are there certain groups who maybe should pay closer attention this year?
Yeah, so I'll highlight 2. Millennials, 55% of the millennials we surveyed are at their financial breaking point. That's not good news, but hopefully as they go through their benefit options, they'll see opportunities to help them feel more secure and confident about their finances and to save some money. And the other one is the sandwich generation, those who are helping their parents and their children at the same time. Such a tough job. 48% of them weren't able to achieve their financial plans in the last 12 months. Hopefully, going through benefits enrollment and paying attention to the options that are available to them will help them get back on track with those plans.
Perfect. Okay, Jen, do you have any tips or maybe resources to help remote workers participate in their open enrollment?
Yeah, so I have 3 tips, applicable for everyone, but certainly important for our remote workers. The first is do a quick financial checkup. Understand your budget, where your spending is, what is your plan for the next 12 months from a financial perspective. The other is to understand the benefits being offered to you. Don't just check the box. Look at what the benefits are that you've had in the past. Are they working for you? Look at benefits you may not have chosen. Are they now applicable now that your circumstances may have changed? And the third tip, and probably one of the most important, have a conversation with people you trust. This shouldn't be a taboo topic, but for our remote workers, it's probably even harder to do because it might have been something you did in the office at the lunch table or at the water cooler. Make time for those conversations with colleagues, managers, HR people. Make it with your friends and your family. Their experiences may help you decide what benefits are best for you and your family.
Perfect. Jen, thank you so much for all of your advice. We've loved chatting with you today.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too.